Steve.
Yep.
Great to be here with you.
Great to be here.
Yeah. You guys, the great Steve O'Donnell. I really appreciate you. I'm proud of you. What you've done for me in the organization is incredible. And I want to take this opportunity to share our story and help everybody understand what that means. Really, the genesis for putting this together was our good friend's book, Sean Desmond, Sophomores. So here's the book.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. And I think most of the people at Gordon Highlander are aware of the Jesuit connection and how strong that is.
Yep.
They all know, one of our core values is for others, and that really came from our experience together at Jesuit. But the first couple pages of this book was just like a huge rewind on my life.
Yeah.
It was literally our honors freshman English class with, I think, arguably one of the most influential and greatest teachers that I ever had at Jesuit.
Yeah, Mr. Oglesby. Yeah, absolutely.
And so, I did admit this earlier. I am jealous that you made the book and I didn't, Steve.
There could be a sequel. Maybe Juniors is going to come out.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first chapter of that is like a blast from the past. Definitely took me back to that time, that place. First time I met you and pretty much everybody that we went to school with and that I became friends with for the rest of my life in most cases. So pretty special place for sure.
And so let's zoom forward. Let's just let everybody into this other really wonderful conversation that's probably a little lesser known. Me saying, hey, if you transition, I'd like for you to give me a chance. How do you remember?
I remember because it was actually, the funny thing is it was at a Jesuit kind of little mini reunion Todd Hartgrove had put together.
That's right.
Go have beers with class of 91. And it was like you, me, I think Brad was there and there were probably 5 or 6 others there, maybe 8, I don't know. But I said, well, I'm on my way out. I've done the corporate thing, was kind of ready to leave. When I mentioned that, as you were leaving, you said, well, you sell HR. Why don't you come? We need an HR person. Why don't you come work for me? And you were half joking when you said it and you walked out. And I turned to, I think, Brad or whoever's sitting next to me. I said, well, just because I sold HR doesn't mean I know anything about HR. I don't know if you want the guy who sells it to actually do it. So it just so turned out that's actually how it kind of started though.
Finally, we had our crescendo day where you came in and I tried to draw on the board.
Yeah. What would I do was, I think, the first question. I know nothing about construction. I outsource everything. I don't build anything, right? So what am I going to do here? So certainly I knew a lot about HR and about benefits and how to reduce costs across business in general. So I knew I could help, but just specifically, what would I do tomorrow if we got started?
You left something else out.
What's that?
That I was really interested in. You led others in the sales process.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
leading sales teams for most of my career. So, that's true.
Yeah, and you have an amazing business IQ.
Well, thank you,
Steve. What are you excited about? What do you see in our future?
Well, opportunity. And I see opportunity for people is really where I go. Yes, we're going to make more money. We're going to build revenue. We're going to develop new markets. We're going to new verticals, all those things. But really for me, what's important there is that it's the opportunity that all those things open up for other people to advance their careers, to help their families, to develop as people. And, to me, that's the most important part.
Yeah. I think one of the most amazing things that I love about you is you've always made it a safe place for me to ask a lot of questions. And I'm talking about everything. What I read in the newspaper today, where I'm having some crazy thoughts that I kind of know are crazy, and you can kind of say, yes, they are crazy. The word that is most important here is trust. That's the thing. I trust Steve. I trust his intelligence. I trust his ability to help me when I'm stuck. I trust his ability to tell me no when I'm overthinking. So we focused really on something that was very tangible for us to go figure out. And what I learned very quickly was that all those things that I knew and thought that you had in your business IQ and your bedside manners, those all really, I think, what you showed me is that they were even more than what I thought.
Thank you. I think back 2.5 years ago, for me, it was a big choice because I was like, dude, I've always had the comfort of a large organization that I've worked in. I'm comfortable. I can go sell anything or lead a sales team. I can sell anything. That's pretty much what I've done for my whole career. Or do I take this choice and do something that's totally different, totally unique, and have some risk on it, right? But the one thing after talking to you, and I talked to Brad as well, but conversations with you, what I always appreciated was just that you had a vision greater than what the business actually does. So most of my career at ADP, I probably met with 200 business owners every year, and they all knew what they did really well. We make this widget, we're in construction, we swing hammers, we do this. But very few of them actually had a bigger purpose in mind with their business. They were always very tunnel vision about what the business actually meant. And for you, with all the conversations I've always had with you over the years, you always had a bigger purpose in mind, that the business was really just the foundation that allowed you to cast your vision. And for me, that's way more inspirational than working for a Fortune 500 company with a big brand and logo next to it. So it was a leap of faith worth taking, and I'm glad I did it.
Amen. Wow. We are lucky.
Absolutely.
We are so lucky.